Hey everybody, it's the Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and today on the Typical Manga Review, we're going to be discussing One Piece, chapter 790, Heaven and Earth. And before we get into the chapter proper, there is one thing I want to point out here. One of the Weekly Jump cover page for the actual magazine cover has Luffy holding a Guinness World Record. Did you see that?
Interesting. Yeah, I saw that. Was there a specific what's a world record of? Let's see.
Well, if you look into it, it
The
says
most copies published. Yeah, the most copies published for the same comic book series by a single author, with 320,866,000 copies.
printed and circulated from December 97 to December 2014. So over the course of 7 years.
Applause for Oda.
Golf clap.
It really is an applause, though. It's good thing.
Yeah, I mean that's very good on there. Anyway, onto the chapter proper. We have a nice little two-page color spread this week. It's
the most important one is the American flag, though, because USA for the win. USA, you know.
And Nami, and fan service.
Boobs, American boobs. Yeah.
Anyway, so we got a nice little mix of characters here. Like we got Frankie all Chinese here. You can tell because the braids and the dragons along his shirt.
Yeah.
Zoro is obviously because what else is he gonna be?
Yeah.
Brooke has a Union Jack on his shirt. Actually, it's actually thanks to Dr. Who I learned that's called a Union Jack. Otherwise, I would just had English flag. I think Chopper is supposed to be Canada or something else on there because he's obviously in the snowy area, north area.
Yeah, I mean, I like to point out that the English flag and the UK flag are not the same.
Oh, really?
No,
I think
the English flag
doesn't the UK flag have stars on it?
No, the UK flag is what you see. That's the one. That's the red. Blue, right, red, white, and blue, kind of like the United States, but obviously in the cross.
Yeah,
and
the cross.
Yeah, the England flag is just basically a cross that's red and white. That's it.
Huh. And there's something new there.
Yeah.
Anyway, next to one, you got Luffy as Japanese, Robin is Indian, with the Indian flag to her left. So I'm not quite sure what Zoro was meant to be like. I think he said Switzerland, because isn't that a Swiss flag right above him?
Zoro?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Czech flag. Above him, that's Czech.
Oh, okay. Which one? What colors are Switzerland's flags?
Switzerland's flag is the one on the border between Chopper and Brooke.
That's right, with the white cross on it.
Yeah, the white plus. Yeah.
Okay, and I think you said Zoro was probably like Iceland or something.
Well, yeah, below him it seems like Iceland.
Could it be Sweden or any of those flags Swedish?
No, Sweden is green and yellow. No, Dutch. That's not Dutch. Dutch is actually I think the left on the top left of him.
Oh, the red, white, and blue one with the triangle blue.
No, that's Czech. The left to that. Left to that.
Which one's the black? I thought you were when you said Czech. I thought you meant the black, red, and yellow.
The black, red, and yellow is Germany.
Oh, okay. So maybe he's German then.
Yeah. Oh no, I think that's it. That's definitely it because of
the later Hosen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
like I said, like you were saying just a moment ago, you know flags better than I do on this, so I'll take your word on that one.
Soccer for the win.
Yeah. Anyway, and then now we enter the story. As Gyatso is telling us, Lucy has made his entrance, and everyone's just celebrating his arrival on the battlefield.
Yeah, everyone's crying. Yay, woohoo! Luffy's done it. All I'm like is finally. There's so much.
Yeah, there has pretty much been a lot of what TV tropes calls arc fatigue on here. Like a lot of the comments I've been seeing, while probably glad liking the good points here, are pretty much just glad to see this fight coming to an end.
Look, it's not like the chapters that have been published before. All of them are very important. Everything has something, a little bit of something that helped you build up or helped you get emotionally invested. So it's not a complete chapter. Yeah. But at the same time, let's face it, it's going a little too long. And I'm glad that we finally got Luffy coming back.
This is the single longest arc of One Piece ever.
Is it even longer than Skypiea?
Yes.
Holy shit! I didn't know that.
Like I said, I don't know the exact number. I want to say this is somewhere in the 80s, but wait, we do know the number because this originally started on chapter 700.
90.
So we're on 90 right now.
How much is Skypiea?
I don't remember couldn't tell you the exact chapter amount, but I know episode-wise it was like 26 episodes.
Skypiea?
Yeah. And Skypiea went from like volumes like 26 to, well, depending if you count Jaya or not, went from like, if you count Jaya, it went from like 23, 24 to about 30.
Okay,
31.
I remember
31.
Yeah, because I do count Jaya actually.
Yeah. So that was that would have been about 8 or 9 volumes, depending on give or take, roughly about that.
It's so long. Wait, so is this longer then, or the Dressrosa?
I think so. I think I'm not quite sure how far along.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure how far along this is going to be in volume wise. I just but at the very least, 100 chapters is not going to be like 90 plus chapters is not a small amount.
Okay. Okay.
But still, like I said, this is the single longest arc of the series.
Okay.
All right. Like I said, despite all this, Doflamingo is not impressed. It's like quite the entrance. Of course, at best, your hockey's just barely returned to you. And when he blocks Luffy, that's all he can do to stand. Of course, Luffy points out that the same thing's true of him. But with his powers, Doflamingo doesn't need to stand. He's just sending armaments-powered spiky threads right at Luffy.
Yeah, but we thankfully have Law taking Viola and
Rebecca
out of the way.
Yeah, get it, at least so that at the very least there's no risk of collateral damage.
Yeah. So now Luffy can concentrate fully on Doflamingo.
For all the good it's doing at the moment. Like I said, Doflamingo's just throwing a whole bunch of attacks at him. And even though Luffy is able to defend with the armament hockey, it's still piercing through and getting him.
Yep. So he, Doflamingo uses Flap Thread. Yeah, against Luffy's armament, still a problem. But we have let's see, we basically get him being a kind of a big attack, and we don't know if Luffy's made out of it. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, is he defeated?
Well,
and Luffy's still there.
Yeah, they're wondering actually if Doflamingo is the one who took that attack. They don't know who took the attack.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, we don't. It's Luffy at the moment, but then we get a little flashback of his time with Rayleigh. He's talking to Luffy about how Gear 4 is powerful, but it does put a strain on his body, so eventually he's going to have to figure out some alternate method. Though at the moment, Luffy hasn't quite got there yet. Finally, Doflamingo tries to use the strings on him, puppeteer him. Of course, Luffy immediately breaks through by just utilizing Gear 4 right away.
So I guess this new whatever technique he came up with has him reuse Gear 4.
Maybe. So. Of course, the idea is that Gear 4 puts a lot of strain on his body, so I'm thinking more like maybe he's not quite figured that part out yet. But at the moment, he goes to Gear 4, Moon walks up to the air. This actually, I don't know if this is deliberate on Luffy's part, but it does provoke Doflamingo to go after him, because the one thing he hates is the idea of someone being above him.
Yeah. So, by the way, I think it is the technique he worked on, because he said, I have a plan. This is a technique that I do know will work on Doflamingo, or I will use. So I think whatever he's coming up with is definitely a Gear 4 technique. So I think the plan is get enough hockey to get Gear 4 again, and only enough just to get one more attack and one final attack. So
yeah. So at this point, Doflamingo's too wounded to dodge easily anyway. So they both attack. Like I said, at this point, Luffy just pretty much is just going verbally into Doflamingo. Like, you try to trap everything within your own hands so you can control everyone. And it's suffocating me.
He basically sums up all the atrocities that Doflamingo's committed, so...
Yep. Yeah. And then Doflamingo just pretty much goes into God mode, or at least thinks he's a God mode. And, you were born to be human refuse and human puppets. I'm not like you humans. He's like, Luffy's pretty much just going to kick his butt and be free. Like, Doflamingo dares him to try. So they start unleashing attacks. Like, Luffy finishes off by apparently combining Gear 3 with Gear 4, inflating his arm.
Yeah.
And that is what he's doing, because the sound effect on the visitors actually has him chomping into his arm. Apparently biting into the bone.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's obviously Gear 3, because he's basically doing what he does. He blows into himself, and he makes one extremity really huge. So yeah, it's definitely Gear 3.
Yep.
But yeah, so Gear 3 and Gear 4 double duo. I mean, that's you can't get any more power than that.
At least not at the moment with Luffy. And Doflamingo's got a spider web thing in front of him, presumably to balance the attack. But Luffy's throwing out the Gum Gum King Kong gun, while Doflamingo's throwing something called 16 Holy Bullets God Thread, and he fires that through the web. But Luffy just fires right on through it, fires through the spider web, and smacks Doflamingo so hard his sunglasses finally start to crack.
And then so we go to Law, and he has this flashback of Corazon. There you go. I was about to say Rosinante, because I was trying to figure out which name to use.
I would say just Corazon unless we have some specific reason to say otherwise.
Yeah, because we know that Virgo's another Corazon.
Yeah. But
so the Corazon's. Yeah, but just saying, technically. But so Corazon was talking about the D, and how it's God's natural enemy.
Yep.
Interesting that he used the word God thread, you know.
Yep.
So yeah, and I don't know if this is intentional, but we see Doflamingo, I believe, in the air,
Mhm.
and then the shape of the buildings makes it like a D on the top left.
It kind of
And so you see,
does. I mean,
yeah, and even
yeah.
he says in the bottom left, D pierces the heavens,
Yep.
and that's what it kind of looks like. It looks like D literally pierced the heavens.
Yeah, just who the hell do you think Luffy is?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I see what you did there. But I feel like the fact that he's looking up in the sky, I feel like the D pierces the heavens. I just think that it's I think it's intentional. I think that it is actually
Yeah.
supposed to be a D. So I give it to Oda. I'll give it to Oda.
Yeah. One thing I liked in this like right when you're in there where you're seeing the final blow go down, like where Doflamingo's like crashing to the ground, right on top where Luffy's attacking. Like you saw, because of how the spider web's on there, it almost looks like the sky is being cracked.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it makes me think of Whitebeard.
Yeah, oh, definitely. But I mean, it does also make the pierce the heavens sound, even more appropriate.
Yeah.
And then, and the fact is,
Yep.
Doflamingo's glasses have finally fallen off, broken on
Yep.
the ground.
Yep.
You hear me?
Yep. You broke up a tiny bit there. I heard it.
Okay.
If you said anything right before Doflamingo glasses fell off, I missed it.
No, all I said was Doflamingo's glasses finally fell off.
Yep.
And now, okay, we're gonna ask ourselves: are they gonna show what Doflamingo looks like without his glasses?
More importantly, will they show him with his eyes open?
Yeah, well,
remember,
that's what
he's unconscious right now. He could very easily just keep his eyes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, specifically. Yeah. Or are they gonna do? I hope they don't do the all-in thing where they just never talk about him again. They beat him once. And it's like,
Doflamingo's too big for that.
Yeah, he's too big for that. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's going to be aftermath, capital A.
Yeah, that has to be. Well, I mean, there was an aftermath with Darlong too, but I think with Doflamingo, you gotta have the body. You gotta see. You gotta have this guy be like,
yeah,
you have to see his bloodied body. I mean, it just wouldn't be satisfying otherwise, because this guy did so much crap to the world. You need to see him like on the ground, beaten, maybe even crying. Who knows?
Yep. One other little thing here is like I'm probably way late to the party even thinking about this, but natural enemy of the gods. Does Luffy being a natural enemy of a god sound familiar to you from any other previous point?
Well, I just realized D could mean stand for devil, but okay.
I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to Skypiea.
Oh yeah. Didn't you mention that before?
I probably did, but I remember like Nami, when Luffy's proving immune to Enru's electric power, Nami comments that he's Enru's natural enemy.
Oh yeah, I think you did mention that before. Yeah.
Okay, I probably did then. Okay, there's another one I already tweeted back to you. Like again, I'm way late on. It's unrelated to this though, so I'll get back to that in a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, just like a little thing about Law and Lead.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Well, what the hell? I'll do it right now. Like basically, like way back when Law was shot by Doflamingo, first thing he does when he can use his powers again is take the bullets out, and he made the odd comment that's as if specifying that Doflamingo used lead bullets. And then later, we in the flashback though, we learned that Law pretty much spent his childhood expecting to die from lead poisoning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all that was. But yeah, so that's done. The fight is properly over. Luffy's probably gonna crash. The birdcage is gonna go away. They'll probably get a chance to recover. With the rest of the crew kind of divided right now, I wonder if we'll get the after arc party like we always do.
Maybe. Oh, by the way, what did you? I actually didn't get what you meant by lead. Like, what was lead something specific against devils?
No. Remember Law's childhood? He had that amber lead sickness.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
yeah, he did.
Yeah, so he spent his childhood expecting to die from lead poisoning, and then Doflamingo, dick that he is,
lead on him.
Shoots him with lead bullets.
No, I think that you mentioned that before. No,
I wouldn't have mentioned it at the time. I don't remember realizing this before now. I've tweeted it to you. I tweeted it to you after I realized it myself, because I didn't realize it until the anime ran that part of the episode.
Oh, okay. Because I swear, I feel like you told this on one of our episodes.
No, I don't think it would have. I don't remember it occurring to me before that. I could be wrong, but I don't remember it occurring to me before now.
Because I remember I knew about this.
Not specifically the part about the lead bullets.
okay, because I remember you talking about this quite a lot, at least us discussing about this a long time ago. But yeah, maybe it could have been through Twitter. I don't know.
Yeah, because I know I tweeted
Yeah,
a few recently
okay.
because it just shows that Doflamingo is being a deuce about which bullets he
Oh,
uses.
oh, oh no, that not recently. We were talking about this like literally when it happened.
Hmm.
So
I generally do not remember. Alright.
I remember it. Maybe
Alright.
it's kind of those weird moments.
Alright. Like I said, I wonder what we're gonna get here in the immediate aftermath. Because we'll see that later this week, obviously. But is there what's Fujitora going to do? What's Dressrosa going to do? Are they gonna
Well,
crown Kira's ring like I've been predicting?
yeah, I don't think Fujitora's a dick. He's not like a Kainu. Oh well, as we call Sakazuki now. He's not like a Sakazuki where he's probably gonna arrest the guys on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
He might say, oh well, the pirates somehow left. I can't see. Nope, no pun intended.
Or
I
they got
didn't see them.
Doflamingo. Like we're focusing. It's gonna take everything we have to hold Doflamingo.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, and even then, I could see Dressrosa royalty pretty much covering for them the way the Nefeltaris did.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like, and also, yeah, the thing is, look, Dressrosa would love Luffy at this point. They're not gonna turn him in. Even if Fujitora was dick enough to do that, they'd be like, no, we don't want you to take him. We'll defend him against even you.
And
So I think.
And to use a bad pun of my own, I imagine Fujitora would turn a blind eye. Told you it was a bad pun.
Well, I don't think it has any bad pun. I think all puns are basically the same.
Well, the mark of a truly good / bad pun is to roll your eyes at it while wishing you'd thought of it first.
Yeah, exactly. I just did that, so
Mission complete.
mission complete.
Yep.
And that's something that Luffy will probably say next chapter.
If you were the type to say that.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Maybe Zoro or someone like that, or Kiros.
I think Zoro did do that, didn't he?
Oh, didn't he? Oh, okay.
When he beat Pika.
Maybe I think so.
Tactics
Yeah.
15 complete or something.
Yeah, something. Yeah. He said something like that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah. But yeah. So.
Yep, that's pretty much. Yeah, I think that's our review now of One Piece 790. Like I said, check our channel out for this week's other reviews of Naruto and Bleach. In the meantime, I hope you did enjoy, and go ahead and take us away.